The book I chose is called Night by Elie Wiesel. Night is narrated by Eliezer, a teen Jewish boy who survived a concentration camp. This book talks about the hatred towards a big group of people and the loss of Eliezer's family, and the start of people being prejudiced. Eliezer spent most of his time in work camps of Auschwitz and Bendwall, and his accounts of almost starving to death and being treated so cruelly are mind-blowing. Eliezer uses his experience to talk about the struggle it was to live through these work camps, the fight he had to go through to live while trying to be an average human being, not just a Jewish boy. Eliezer pretty much talks about how he loses most of his morals in the camps, but also how he fought his best to stay alive. This book goes hand in hand with the Holocaust because it tells the story of a Jewish boy who is forced into work camps to work for Germans in horrible conditions. Some examples of work camp conditions include sleeping on hard brick bunks, and working days were long and hard. The workday could last up to 11 or more hours. This story of Eliezer's is related to the Holocaust because Eliezer was forced to live in the ghettos and soon deported to a concentration camp. He was almost killed because he was Jewish. This also relates to human rights violations because it goes along with human right number 4, no slavery. This human right, according to UnitedByHumanRights.com, states that no one shall be held in slavery or servitude. Slavery and the slave trade shall be prohibited in all their forms. This book also goes hand to hand to human right number 5, no torture. This human right, according to UnitedByHumanRights.com, states no one shall be subjected to torture or to cruel, inhumane, or degrading treatment or punishment. These human rights were all violated in the book Night because Eliezer is treated horribly at work camps and is in a slave labor camp. Now I want to give you a little description of all the characters in the book. Eliezer, Elie Wiesel. Eliezer is the narrator of the book Night. He is a teen boy. He is forced to live in the ghettos, and soon after that is deported to a work camp called Buna. He is the main character of this book, and has many tests on his journey to and from the work camps. Will he survive? We may never know. Mosh the Beetle. Mosh is Eliezer's teacher in the book. Mosh teaches Eliezer everything about faith in God. Mosh also was deported to a work camp and escaped alive. He comes back to his town to tell the story, and nobody believes him until it happens to them. Slasmo Weasel. Slasmo was very respected in his community of Sight. He is about 50 years old and has a hard time at the concentration camp. Slasmo and Eliezer are very close, and they spend all the time they can together at the concentration camp. Throughout the time at the camp, he grows older and weaker. What's in store for poor Slasmo? Madame Sacher. In the book, she was in the same car as Eliezer and his family. She soon became a good friend. On the trip, she becomes insane because she says she sees a burning furnace in the distance, almost like a cremation. The officers beat her to silence her. What will Martha. Martha is the weasel family servant who is very kind. In the story, when the weasels are forced to live in the ghettos, she offers to hide them so they can plan to escape. Slasmo, Elizer's father, refuses her offer in anger. He wants to stay with his family and in the ghettos. Eliza agrees with him to stay in the ghettos with his family. Why? Why, out of all the books, would I choose Night? I chose to read this book because my teacher, Miss Buford, recommended it. She said it was the best book she had ever read. She also recommended it because of the information that was in it about the Holocaust. I told her that I was in global studies and our unit was the Holocaust. She said this would be a perfect book for me. Very good information and a great read. I also chose this book because so far it is interesting and grabs my attention. Night is a very interesting read. Why? Because I love how real it is. It gives a wide variety of vivid information that is important to know about the Holocaust. Also, this book gives great examples about the experience that Eliezer and his family went through when deported, separated from his family, in the camps, and after the camps. If I could choose, I would give this book a 5-star rating. What the?